we talk about like Korean guys, we're not saying all Korean guys are like this, okay?
Hello everyone! So today we are talking about some funny Korean dating stories we have heard or seen or witnessed and all that stuff here in Korea. So let's just get started. I think everyone has this like idyllic situation because we watch a lot of K-dramas that all the boys here, one, look like Gongyu. Man, I wish they all looked like Gongyu. And two, like everything is just like a scene out of a K-drama. I want to like dash those hopes and dreams right now, not to like be a total, you know, Debbie Downer, but that's just not true. There are boys everywhere. They're everywhere. Yeah. So we've had friends who literally like, it was like their second date and then she was ghosted.
Yeah, ghosting is a big thing here because they don't really...
They don't like confrontation. So like they're just gonna ghost you. And they'll ghost you without really any warning. Like, it seemed like they were having like a totally normal conversation literally the night before.
But I have noticed that a lot of our friends who get ghosted here, it's like, of course, no warning, and the guys will be talking, like, they had future plans. Like, all these, like, couples, they have future plans. Like, oh, like, next month, let's, like, do this together, blah, blah, blah. Like, they have, like, concrete future plans, and then they get ghosted.
It'll be like, oh, wouldn't this place be really nice, like, to go after? Or, like, vacation plans even. Like, oh, have you ever been to, like, so-and-so place?
Yeah, let's go together.
Let's go together. And then it's like, apparently not.
Yeah. So it's obviously like they're just saying like what they think the girl wants to hear. So, okay, so next. This happened to one of our close friends, and she got this message on Insta. It was like a DM on Instagram. But he just DM'd her, like, you know, trying to chat her up. Well, she noticed his profile picture of his Instagram was her.
What you talking about?
Profile picture was her. She's like never talked to this guy before. He obviously just like saw her on Instagram and like became obsessed. And he even on his own Instagram page, he only had like one picture of himself, but he like screenshotted one of her Instagram like selfies and uploaded it onto his Instagram.
I don't know if that was like his move, but that's what he does with all the ladies.
So creepy. So she like blocked him, but like, what a weirdo. Like, you just imagine like you get a message and it's from yourself.
Another thing, so some of our friends will hear stories where you're dating for literally maybe a month, and then all of a sudden they tell you they love you. They just like drop the L bomb. So
maybe not even a month.
Maybe not, like maybe sometimes like the third date.
Yeah.
Or like the first date, love at first sight.
They can move fast here. They might say, oh, like, I love you. They don't really mean like, oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Like, I can't imagine being without you. It's just like, I like you. But to us, it's like, excuse me? What?
We just met. Like, what's my last name?
Like, if you, like, go to a cafe or a restaurant. This happened to our friend at a cafe. She like just met this guy, and instead she thought he was gonna sit across from her.
What's funny is she didn't even know it was a date.
Yeah, she didn't know it was a date. She should have known it was a date, but she didn't think.
Well, because sometimes people will stop and ask you to like help them with their English. Like some people genuinely are like, oh, like, can you teach me English? Like, let's meet up and just chat over coffee. Like, I'll pay for coffee. Like, let's have a talk. And some people mean it, and some people mean it less.
Yeah. And we're not blaming her, but like here, so we'll tell you this, her warning sign, so it doesn't happen to you. So he casually brought up when they were talking, he asked her where she was from, she answered, and he was like, oh, girls from that place are very open about sex, aren't they? She like just took it as like he was curious, and she was like, no, like everyone, you know, everyone's different. Everyone from the same country isn't the same way, obviously. Like, hello. But that's a warning sign. So but it just like went over her head. It just went over her head. So they go to a cafe, and she thinks she's just gonna have like a little language exchange. But then he sits beside her instead of across from her, and then slowly, like
at a table that's
he like moves over her, the arm around, like old school moves. And she was like, "Crap, this is a date." Be on the lookout for language exchange.
Language exchange, yeah.
But also, if they bring up, oh, foreign girls are more open, aren't they?
No. No, 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 no,
be like, no. Not for you.
Not for you. I'm very closed about you.
We speak a lot about guys, but there's like crazy girls here as well. So there's crazy people everywhere, honestly. There's a lot of girls here who are very like possessive of their boyfriends as well. So like they're the types who don't like them talking to other girls, or who get really like, what does this girl want from my man, stuff like that. Or, you know, girls who get all crazy and they also love you after like the first date, and then constantly are like, what are you doing, what's going on, what's happening? You know, get like a stream of like 10 messages just being like, where are you, where are you, where are you? So I mean, that happens everywhere. I just like, you know, boys and girls.
There's like possessive people like everywhere in the world like that, but I feel like here, because in the culture, like it's not really seen as like boys and girls can just be friends, especially when they like get older and they're like in serious relationships. Yeah. So I think boys and girls, it's more, they're like more possessive of their significant others. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's why they always like to make their claim like that's why there's a lot of couple outfits and a lot of couple things to be like, this is mine. Yeah. Don't touch it.
Okay, another story that happened to one of our friends. So she had been dating this Korean guy for a few months, and they were friends before that. So they knew each other pretty well. His English was kind of low level, but she felt like they communicated like well enough.
Fairly well. Yeah. Like enough to, you know, have general conversations.
Yeah. But then they broke up, and it was kind of like a bad breakup. And so he kind of like let it all out whenever they were breaking up. And he said something along the lines of, I'm sick of Google translating everything. So obviously they weren't able to communicate that well. Yeah. So she was kind of like blindsided by that, because it always seemed like he was understanding what she was saying, but he was obviously feeling like a little stressed out about it.
Just be aware of like language barriers. So I want to talk about this because I feel like I have this like old men like really like me. Like I've been asked out by a lot of old men here, and I'm not really sure why. A solid like 70% of people who've asked me out here in Korea are all like fairly on the older gentleman side. And they're not people who I like particularly. It's not like I'm like, oh my god, how are you? Like, not that I talk like that, but you know what I mean? Like, they're not people I'm particularly flirtatious with. They just like decide that, oh, I must be really into older men. Is that the charm I give off? Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, those are all our recent stories. We'll come back with a part 2 if you guys are interested. We'll have to like survey our friends. I just thought it'd be funny to share with you guys some of like the funnier incidences that have happened to us and people we know here. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. In the meantime, don't forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.